If you've been trying to build some juicy glutes and you've been struggling to do so, don't worry, I got you covered. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 mistakes that people do when it comes to building their glutes and how you can avoid them to walk off the gym with an ass that everyone is just turning their head to look at. Having round and firm glutes is considered to be a lot more aesthetic than the opposite, but what a lot of people don't realize is that glutes are really important, not only for athletic performance, but also for balance, stability, injury prevention, and also for hip and lower back health. And in fact, the list just keeps on going on the importance of having strong and firm glutes. But the reality is that many people struggle to build their butt up. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the 5 most common mistakes that people do when trying to grow their glutes. And if you're already struggling to do so, I can almost guarantee that you're doing at least one of them. So stick with me for this one and let's go build some glutes. I know you probably know this already, but you know there's just a little button down here that says subscribe. That's for you to support the channel and get more information like this. So if you haven't done so, consider doing it and obviously liking the video. And now let's get into the actual mistakes. Before we go there, I think it's important that we do just a little bit, not much, anatomy of your butt. Okay, so you can understand what we're talking about. The glutes are composed by 3 muscles: the minimum, the medius, and the maximum muscle, which is the one that's most involved in all the athletic performance, and it's by far the biggest on them all. And therefore, it makes sense that when we are training our glutes, we're focusing on the maximum just because it's gonna make the majority of it. All right, that's it for anatomy. I told you it was gonna be fast. So now let's get into those actual mistakes to figure out which one you're doing and how you can avoid them and start building some butt. The first mistake that I see a lot of people doing is picking the wrong exercises to build their butts. Many guys fall to select exercises that directly work on their glutes, and they're only giving them some indirect work. The best exercise to develop your glutes are gonna be any exercise that has some type of hip extension, such as back squats, Bulgarian squats, RDLs, hip thrusts, and upper extensions. The second mistake that I see a lot of people doing is that they focus too much on their quads when they're trying to grow their glutes. Many leg exercises are going to focus more on your quads or more on your glutes depending on the form and depending on your technique. For example, having a further stance on a Bulgarian split squat is going to focus a lot more on your glutes than on your quads, and the other way around. Or for example, in a leg press, if you put your feet higher, that's going to focus on your glutes a lot more than if you put them lower, where you're going to be targeting your quads more. The third mistake is kind of similar but in different exercises, and it's using your hamstrings instead of your glutes to do the exercise. Same way as the previous example is going to come down to form. So for example, in exercises like the Romanian deadlift, having straighter legs is going to focus on your hamstrings a lot more, and if you have a slight bend on your knees, that's going to make you engage your butt a lot more and getting a lot more attention on those glutes and make them grow bigger. The fourth mistake, and this is probably the one that I see the most, is only targeting your glutes in one part of the range of motion. The majority of the most common exercises, the squats, the RDLs, the Bulgarian split squats, only put tension on your glutes at the bottom of the exercises, aka when your glute is more extended. But then at the end of the exercise, when your body is more contracted, it's barely having any tension on. That's why introducing exercises like the hip thrust or hip extensions when your glutes are more challenging on the top of the movement, when they're more contracted, can help you work on your glutes in the entire range of motion and allowing you to get better and faster gains. Lastly, the fifth mistake is not doing any glute activation exercises. It's been shown that doing glute activation exercises where we force our glutes to be the only moving force, like in a glute bridge or in banded abductions, can lead to up to 50% more engagement in your glutes when doing other exercises. So doing some of these activation exercises as a warm-up or even on your off days to improve that mind muscle connection with your glutes can yield you incredible results and skyrocket your progress. So there you have it. By avoiding these common mistakes and making some minor adjustments, you're going to be able to build a much stronger and juicier butt. Hopefully this was helpful, and if you haven't done so, consider hitting the like button and subscribe so you can get more information like this and we can also reach more people and help them transform. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.